About
Then
to
y'all
get
need to
laughed,
change
yo.
things.
20 minutes before the top of the hour, Beat Break Radio. Speaking of transitioning to conversation, since this is the men takeover,
Right.
there's only two
Takeover.
women in here.
I can't wait for my
And
day.
DJ 360 on the telephone line. We got to put an end to this, fellas.
What's that?
Women complaining that there are no good black men.
Okay,
Thank you.
man.
All right.
We got to put an end
That's
to
right.
it.
Clap for that.
And I'm
I never said that. He said that?
I've never said
I never
that.
said that either.
Thank you.
This is what I've said. I've said that
We
the
are
men.
putting an end to it right now.
I never said
What
that.
I've said is the men I've come across thus far
Thus.
have not been what I would call people that are consistent or integrous.
Well, where are you meeting the men at?
Strokers.
Various- oh,
The bus station. Greyhound.
That man on
Well,
Main Street thing.
To be
like
completely
me.
honest, I've met various different places from at online. I've done that.
Okay.
Check
SugarDaddies.com for me.
Sugar daddies.
Yeah.
Black people meet.
Can't go to Match.com.
They
And
hook up
black-
for plenty of fish. But
Black Planet, no.
yeah, I've done that. Grocery store, I've done that. Church, done that.
What was he buying at the grocery store?
What was he buying at the grocery store?
He was buying
Condoms.
a box of detergent.
Well, at least you clean if you buy it. I'm glad that you have the wherewithal to clean your clothes. But yeah, that has been. But those are the places that I've met them. And like I said, I've not met every man in Georgia. I've not met every man in the city I live in. So I can't make that declaration.
But I have this thing where you only attract what you put out there. I have this theory, or not theory, but the thing is that I think with women, they come across the wrong type of men is because it's something about them that's not making them be attractive or getting that connection.
What you
from
trying?
that.
Wait a minute. What you trying to say?
Elaborate.
What I'm trying to say is,
My man ain't good.
you got a man?
Yeah, he work at the sanitation. He ain't good no more.
What's your man got
Working the
sanitation?
sanitation.
What's your man got?
Hell, I don't know. He got a job.
He told you that.
Hey, I'm sorry.
I can clean it up for you, baby.
I'm sorry.
He
My
saw
boo.
about it, like,
My boo don't work.
He started looking around the room like, yo.
He don't work. He don't work. He don't work.
I take out the trash. That's what I do.
I forgot he don't got a job yet. He don't got a job.
But why is it that I'm coming across so many women that are saying there ain't no good black men out here? All men are dogs and
I would say two things. I would say one about what you said about, you attract certain things, and also I think that you accept certain things. People are less, it's what you accept as well. People are only going to treat you how you accept them to treat you. After a certain
To a
point in
degree.
time. After a certain point in time.
To a degree, because there has been a point where I'm one that's very patient, and I definitely will give you the benefit of a doubt. However, I am one that's like, okay, look, some got to give. At this particular point, it's like, okay, yeah, this might have happened. Yeah, okay, are you on something? I really need to understand. And, and the thing about it is you have to also realize that love is not enough. You got to put in work.
Right.
If both parties are not understanding that, that's an issue. That's one of the reasons why the last relationship I was in, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I love you. Sure do. But it ain't enough.
Yeah. True that.
I think a lot of times people just come with baggage. People take what happened in the past with such and so, and then they bring that into a new relationship or whatnot, and then they try to tax you for what someone else did. Like,
They're
hey,
recycling.
Right.
That
Say,
does
like,
go.
I am not that person.
I dealt with a female like that before. I really, it's like you comparing me to
too, yeah.
Blow Joe and all them other cats
Right.
before me, and it's like, okay, I can see why you're single.
Right.
Dudes do that too, though.
That's true. That's true.
Everyone, especially if there are children involved, the whole baby mama thing, that kind of issue and stuff like that can end up posing, well, my baby mother used to do. I don't even have any kids. Why are you trying to make it seem like it's something that I do? Or it's to that point, or even where there's prideful issues as well. And that can be on both ends. Not just saying
Yeah, you
from
can't
men.
work in a relationship.
That
with
can
pride.
be on both ends. That can be on both ends. And the fact that both parties are not completely honest with one another up front. I'm a firm believer in not wasting your time. So if you say you don't, if I ask you a question, Sean, and say, Sean, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I'm gonna be like,
Sanitation.
Coca-Cola.
Look, I can't take my baby's job now.
you know what I'm saying? I got this record deal coming up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay, so
I like that.
He's
He gonna get a check.
So you're in music?
yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, what do you mean something like that?
Why are you giving me the crickets? I'm just saying.
You about to get fired.
Exactly. It's like if
You better
I
get
ask you a
fired.
question like that, and I'm a female that is that's goal oriented,
Right.
that has I'm gonna give y'all a little tidbit into Miss AJ's world. I'm currently working on my doctorate. So if I'm doing that, and I've been in higher education, I'm also a college professor, and I'm only 33 years old, and I've been doing it for the last 6 years.
Like that.
So it's like you look at me. And I'm trying to say, okay, well, I want someone, not necessarily saying that you got to be all of the degrees and stuff like me,
Right.
but at
Doing
least
something.
I want to be, district manager of my Popeyes by the time I turn whatever.
They're getting paid. They can at least be the night shift manager.
You know what I
Mickey D's,
mean?
Get the free fries.
It's like, okay, I want to move from line cook to the blue shirt. You know what I'm saying? Something.
Right.
I come in with the tie. I'm the one with the tie.
My name tag is engraved.
All right.
This is gold plated.
This is my opinion. This is my opinion. Okay, this is what I think. All right. Now, of the women that I have met
Okay.
over the last, I would say, last few years, some of them are just not ready. Okay, they're not ready. They know what they think they want. But I'm just saying they think they want something, but they get it. They don't know how to handle it.
Right.
Okay, those are the issues I've been dealing with.
I understand.
And I break it down to them. I can break it down to what I don't want. Then they're like, okay, I ain't like that, but it's a button something. But you gotta learn how to be, compromise with certain things and all that stuff. But I'm just that's the thing I'm dealing with. And I'm 36. And I'm talking about folks that are older than me and
Right.
younger
It
than me.
doesn't even matter with the age thing. Now, granted,
Mentality.
it is a mentality, but it's also, it's certain things. It's like I really don't have to deal with it, but it's like, okay, certain stuff that's only been thrown at you because that's all that's available at this present time. Like to say that you want someone that doesn't have any kids, that's like really? Is there people out there like that still?
No, there are men like that.
Yeah, no, men and women.
I'm baby free.
And it's like, so we're a hot commodity here.
Right.
Myself and Exile, neither one of us have children.
Okay,
I
I have a son though, but it's only
No. I'm not saying that it's a
No, there's
bad
nothing wrong
thing.
with
Not
it.
wrong with it. It's not wrong with it. But see, it's that when women say they have a man has a son, okay, first they don't think like what kind of baby mama drama he has. That's the first thing they'll think, hands down on.
But that's why you ask questions, not to be afraid to ask questions. What is your relationship like with your child's mother?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with asking that
we're
question.
all right, but I'm just saying, that's what they think, and I'm getting tired of them thinking the worst thing. That's the thing I'm getting tired of.
Yeah, but that's why you ask questions. That also shows you how you will treat her.
Right. If she has any, I'll treat them, cool. But I'm
it's like,
saying,
okay.
but if there's some baby kids, I ain't dealing no baby kids. Okay.
But it's a lot of inconsistencies because people are not honest with themselves as well as with the person that they are even just seeing.
It's always
You know what I mean?
Communication, man. You gotta talk it out. You gotta talk it out.
Well,
There's not many out there. How would we define, how would a female define a good dude?
well, in mine and Ashley's opinion.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, Ash, you go first.
No.
I want to hear that.
She was like, well, it starts with the genes.
Do you see this face?
Because there's a lot of good dudes out there who don't have, in defense, to play devil's advocate, there's a lot of dudes out there who represent the fact that, we've given ourselves a bad rap. Sometimes we do a lot of things illegally, which causes us to have a certain stigma applied to black men. At the same time, there's those who deserve a second chance as far as the legal system and whatnot. And,
Right.
recover, trying to get things together. But
Right.
get that second chance, And then when it comes down to in a relationship, if they can't get a job because of something they did 15 years ago, you know, they got a felony or something, and he's trying to change his life, and he's a good woman, and he likes her, and she likes him, but then she finds out he can't work, or she feels like he's deadbeat because he can't work. It's like he gets shut out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's like a give and take there because he's trying to be good, he's trying to change his life. But then, you know, when it comes down to his relationship, the female doesn't want to deal with somebody who can't work and bring something to the table. Like Ms. AJ, you degreed up, you know what I'm saying? He's in college and whatnot.
Degreed up.
To a dude who's good, he's trying. And later on down the line, you find out he has a felony, and that's why he hasn't been working.
Well, the thing about that is this. I was raised by a blue-collar man. My pops worked for the railroad for 30-something odd years. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, as far as you happen to be the sanitation man if you need to be because of the fact that you have a felony, or you need to work at the Quick Trip, or you need to work over here, you need to make the best out of your particular situation. Have a goal in mind. What is the one of the things that you need to that I ask my students as well as I ask my friends, if you can do anything for free and you can do it with wholeheartedly with no issues, what would it be? And to see whether or not you can be able to really make that happen. If it's to a point where it's a business or something like that, I'm overly supportive, overly encouraging to any of those who are in my circle. So that shouldn't even be, that actually would not be an issue for me. So.
Well, that's what's up. That's like, you know, I would say that's a rarity, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of females who are independent and, you know, they generally have everything together. They don't have time for somebody who may not have more than them, or, you know what I'm saying, or who doesn't have what they think. You know, a lot of women come with these expectations for men that kind of run them away, like, I don't want to deal with her, you know what I'm saying? It might be a confidence issue within the man, but then at the same time, it's like, I don't want to have to feel like I gotta, you know, be somebody who I'm not just to hang with her.
Now the thing about it is, of course, I want someone who is at least I'm not rich by any means necessary. No, teachers, as y'all know, don't make that much money. And I mean, even if you're teaching in higher ed, it's only maybe a few more dollars more than them, and that's not a whole bunch. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, okay, if you can bring to the table at least what I have, and then we can go on to making more, than that's cool. But I'm not gonna go lower.
Right? No, definitely not gonna go lower.
That's something that you can't expect. You can't expect me to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. Well, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna be at the unemployment office every day. No.
Ain't giving no rides.
Right.
We can go by it. We can ride by it, but we're not gonna go in there.
Right.
We're not gonna go in there.
Unless you just got laid off from the current position that you were in already, making the same at least where we are together, then okay, yeah. But not just because, oh yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. Well, what are you trying to do? That's what's gonna be my next question. But my definition. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's
I just want to make this point. So, like, you know, there's a certain. I would say for females, there's a certain level of patience that I would hope that there's a certain level of patience within women, because I would say for my personal situation, when I first got out of school, my wife, she was working, she had her own apartment, everything. I'm living in a dorm, working at Sam Goody down in the underground. I didn't have anything. And she stuck with me, and she was frustrated, but she felt like I wasn't bringing anything to the table because I was making $200 a month. You know what I mean? It was $200
a month.
But it was,
oh, that's that Department of Labor paycheck.
Bless y'all. Well, since you were school, I hope you applied for food stamps.
Yeah, I was just trying to everything. I needed something to keep me in shoes. You know.
You had priorities.
I feel you, bro.
So, you know, but I wasn't making that much money. It was the bottom line, and I was staying with her, and you know, wasn't able to contribute much to the groceries, blah blah blah. And so she got real frustrated. But over the years, I've shown her that, you know, I'm able to go to school. I continue with that education. I started applying to jobs, and now I'm here where I am today. I have a certain level of education where she stayed. Now she's at the point where she can kind of hang and lay back, because I'm in a providing situation. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a level of patience. She could have given up on it.
Right.
You can give up on this. And then, you know, you never know what they turn out to be. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of good brothers out there who just need the time to develop. It's a given society, and you as a college educated person know that there's a gender difference between males and females. Females, and they develop earlier and quicker, and they're more accurate when it comes to certain things. Males tend to, we need a little more time. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that I'm afraid of to say.
Right. But
around a little later than women do as far as developing and understanding of things. But in the end, we end up being the one, you got God first and the man of the house. You know what I'm saying? The woman is the helpmate.
But the thing about that is this. The key word that you didn't necessarily use this word, but it describes it, is the fact that you showed initiative.
Right.
There's a difference in you just sitting around on your tail, not trying to do anything and just waiting on it to fall into your lap. But you're in school. As my father would always say, I'm not going to help anyone who's not trying to help themselves.
Exactly. That's right. I don't know exactly what part of the Bible, but it does say that faith without works is dead, right?
Or a man who does not work does not eat.
All right.
Church.
He said church.
My boo put it down yesterday.
Sanitation.
But I definitely agree with everyone. Like my thing is like, I don't mind being with a man who's, first of all, I need a man to just be a man. If you don't have a job or you're trying to get there, at least open my door. At least get up and just be a man. Walk ahead of me. Take lead. I just need you to do that, and everything else will just come. And I have no problem if a guy is trying to do his thing. I have no problem being supportive. But I guess it just comes to a point where enough is kind of enough. We need to go our separate ways, and if we need to come back and meet again, that's fine. But in the meantime, I just really just need a man to just be a man. So in the meantime, I'm just laying low. I'm just laying low until he comes.
Yeah, you're making a good point because a female does not have to. A female should not have to give a male or a man a prompt like, okay, now it's time to do this. Okay, it's time to do that. Instinctively what to do in order to keep the woman around. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the things you said. But at the same time, it's like. I'll just say it. African American women nowadays, it's like, some of us feel like you guys are so independent that you don't even need it.
And that's so true because I've noticed like sometimes if you have two couples that are walking, who's leading? Who's leading who? It's usually the woman who's leading and the man is following. To me, that's just that's not how it's supposed to be. The man's supposed to be leading the woman, and you don't see that.
Right. You don't. Right.
Chivalry singing.
Somewhere in between his family and his information was passed.
The ball has been dropped. That's a whole nother ball game right there.
That's
a whole nother conversation in regards to the generation itself not being taught. Not just the dudes, the females as well. They're not being taught how to be a lady. They're not being taught how to. I'll never forget, guys. With my nonprofit, I was at Thurl High School and was there with some girls. And I mentioned when you go on an interview for a job that you're supposed to dress a particular way. And they were like, okay, Miss April, so you saying you need to wear, a nice suit or whatever. I'm like, don't you go in there with no red pumps on. Yeah. Don't you go in there with no, pinstripe with no pop of color. Don't you go in there
with your weave,
with your purple hair, and it's
and your nails out the Kingdom Come.
And then I said, and you also need to make sure you wear hosiery. They said, I'm sorry, what's hosiery?
Oh snap!
And I said, stockings, children, stockings. They was like, that itch. Oh my goodness, that grandma must wear stockings. But that's just an example of a small example of what is not being shown.
Yeah, I mean, even with my fifth graders, that's what they said. The little girl that the black table was sitting around burping.
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? Who's teaching you how to sit and eat and be? I'm not saying it's proper, but have some type of etiquette.
Exactly. I had to tell my student this Friday. She took her gum out of her mouth and put it on her candy, and all the kids were like, "Ew!" I said, "Come here. Let me explain something to you. That's not proper etiquette. You do not take your gum out and put it on the table, on your tape, on your plate, on your whatever. You do not do that. That's not proper etiquette." So yeah, they definitely need some work, boo.
Might take the ball up the dribble again because it's been dropped.
Because it's showing you how to be a man or a woman so that you can be that helpmeet or that person to lead your own household. If you don't know how to or how to deal with yourself, it's not going to happen.
Can I go?
Hey, really quick because we are at the top of the hour, really quick, shout out to Dee here. She's been making a lot of great points so far. She said that men that works in sanitation make a lot of money.
That's my boo. and he get
And she also
healthcare.
She also told us to send her a good man, by the way. So.
All right, girl.
If I be here before you do, then you just gotta look.
How about you send 3 good ones this way? How about you do that?
I mean, we got four good single black men.
I didn't know y'all was single.
I didn't either. I don't assume.
I didn't know that.
I'm single.
I didn't know that.
I don't assume. That's not.
I know.
Hey,
Hey, you don't let it. You better put a sign on you, something. I'm
that's
single.
another issue
Flashing
as well. Because
lights.
there are a lot of men. Because there's so many. Oh crap. But anyway, there's so many men that are out there that are married.
Yep.
That are
They won't
women
let you know.
allow them. Because of the fact that they're so desperate to have a piece of man,
That was
They'll
another,
take
that
that
they'll
another
be
point
like,
right
okay,
there.
hey sugar, you can have me on Saturday. That's it.
Look here, Miss AJ. I ain't gonna front. He can have me on Saturday.
Wow.
That is.
I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding.
That's why you are in here with us on Saturday nights.
Sir,
He right, boo. He right.
Let's
Get
go
it.
to a break.
Let's go.
Let's go to a break.
He right.
That's right, folks. Just go to the iRadio Now icon on Love 860.
Oh, y'all need to play Built for this, because that.